Here's an introduction to the new electronic application for our non-instructional evaluations. This video is for supervisors acting as evaluators. So you may be watching this as an assistant principal, a manager, or another instructional or non-instructional employee that acts as a supervisor. First of all, non-instructional employees are any employees in these groups: FPSU, SEIU, ASOP, the confidential or miscellaneous groups. As an overview, on the right-hand side you see a shot of the 0088 non-instructional eval form, which has traditionally been completed on paper. We will now be using an electronic application to complete this form. We will no longer be using paper. There are no changes to the form's language, criteria, or rules. And finally, the due date for these evaluations is June 18th, 2021. Here are some features of the new electronic process. Everyone will have access through the district portal tile. The application will be adaptable to computers, tablets, and smartphones. You will not have to type employee information. The fields will be automatically filled. There will be some flexible routing to send this evaluation to reviewers. And because the form is being completed electronically, it will automatically be sent to the employee's personnel files held at the district offices in HR. And finally, when the evaluation is completed, the employee and the supervisors and the chain of command will have the ability to view, download, and print a copy. Let's look at some of the roles in this evaluation process. First of all, the department head, which is the principal, director, or above, has the ability to assign evaluators, and that is the first thing that they will have to do. They will have to go in and assign you, a supervisor, as an actual evaluator. So that is the key feature that they must do to start off. Once they do that, let's look at the evaluator role. And that, again, you saw some of the positions, as I mentioned. As an evaluator, you have the ability to create evaluations and evaluate employees. So you will have, once you are given the role, you will be able to go in, find employees, and create their evaluations, as well as monitor the completion. Now, your department head also has the ability to evaluate employees, but they must designate the evaluation role to you. A key feature in your role is that after you share the evaluation with the employee and they sign, you have the ability to sign the evaluation before sending it to your department head. So please make sure to check with your department head on whether you need to send the evaluation to them for review before sending it to the employee. All non-instructional employees in the next role will have the ability to view and sign their evaluations. The reviewer role is for any employee who could be inside your school or department or outside that would need to review the evaluation and provide some input, feedback, or comments. That could be you sending it to your principal or director, or that could be sending it to someone else in the chain of command. This reviewer does not have the ability to change ratings or to actually evaluate the employee. They are simply providing feedback and comments. And finally, there is a role for a witness. In the event that an employee declines to sign, the evaluation can be sent to a witness for them to review and sign. Let's look at a basic overview of the process. This may not be exactly how you at your school and department will complete the evaluation, but in general, here's the flow. The first step at the top there is that the department head, that principal or director, will go into the system and identify who the evaluators are if they have any other evaluators besides themselves. So these are typically supervisory employees such as yourself. Then there are two options here. Either the department head can assign employees to the evaluators, or the evaluators, which might be you, could find employees and start to create evaluations. Either way, evaluations will be created for employees, and whoever is creating the evaluation now has the ability to rate the employee. So after the evaluation is completed, it will then be sent to the employee for review. And a couple of things may happen. The employee will review it and sign, or if the employee declines, it will go to a witness for signature. So let's just say in this scenario, after the evaluation has been rated, it is sent to the employee for signature. Once the employee signs the evaluation, it is locked for editing. And at that point, you, acting as the evaluator, are then the next signature to be put on the form. So after you sign, It is then sent to your department head for the final signature. And after that final signature, that evaluation will be sent to the district personnel files for that employee. Again, want to make a note here, you will want to ask your department head, if you are given the role of evaluator, whether you need to send the evaluations to your department head for review before sharing it with the employees. Let's look at the signature lines on the 0088 form. Again, the order for the signatures will be that the employee will sign first, and that locks the form. If you are involved as an evaluator, you would be the second signature. And finally, it would then go to your department head for that third signature, which finishes the evaluation. So here are some of the setup steps for you to be aware of. As mentioned before, your department head must grant access for you, a supervisor, to be an evaluator, and they have an option there and a video to guide them on how to do that. And again, the department head can assign employees to the evaluators, or you as a supervisor evaluator can go in there and find employees as well. And finally, you can then start to create evaluations. Go ahead and watch the rest of the videos to learn all the other actions and steps that you can take.